Hi. My name is Ghrian and I am going to tell you a part of one of my story, where I've met different kind of people, different kind of wizards. I will tell you a story that taught me that life is not easy and that we can change our lives and those around us. Thank you for watching.
You probably know who I am already, but for those who don't, I am Zemlya, the Wizard King, protector of the world. I am here, because I will tell you how Ghrian was born. I think you've noticed that I look a little different from ordinary kings, but I hope you know that I can't fight with the forces of evil in a robe, so I've decided to modernize a little bit. So, here I go. They were happening, hard things and unexpected events were swooping upon people, which caused tragedies among the downtrodden people. So those who were in difficulty could only cry, and their tears, and even of the wizard's ones, fell on the ground. Earth absorbed it and then, magically, carried them to a small place underground. There was a space between the rocks, where all the tears gathered, and a blue flower had grown in time. The flower raised, until a woman, different in appearance, but still beautiful, was born of that flower, and the flower withered. Ghrian walked on the ground, some people frightening her, others admiring her unusual beauty. After a while, the rumors of a beautiful goddess reached the ears of the wizards, who had heard a prophecy about a woman with unimaginable powers coming to the ground and changing the fate of all, and every wizard wanted her only for himself. So, intrigued, they tried to find it in all ways.
But only one succeeded. When my father saw me, he knew that I must be on his side in protecting humanity, and he came to my aid. Slowly, I adapted to the lives of humankind and I began to know them. Thus, I was happy, and though I was not blood-related with my family, both my parents and my two brothers loved me very much. I loved to go, even now, from one place to another, to meet the world and to see what it had to offer. But, at first, I didn't know the people as well as I thought, and my first enemy appeared at the inconvenient moment. And that is how this story begins. When I fell in love with Zeme, a wizard of another royal family, and we had a child, the wrong man made his appearance.
As the child that we had was the strongest in the world, the other wizards tried to attract her on their side, but she did not betray her father. She is too powerful. We have to destroy her before she will destroy us.
We can't kill her because she is under the protection of the strongest wizard, Zemlya, but I have another plan. Let's kidnap the kid. I'm sure that she will come after him.
Give me my child back.
I will, only if you die. You are a danger for this world. You will bring us our child or I will kill you. I am ready to bring your child back, only if Ghrian will go alone to the hell, to the Styx River. That's the only way you can have your kid back. I forbid you to go there. It's too dangerous. I'll find a way to solve this problem. Please, don't do something that could endanger your life.
There's no other way, I'm sorry. After I've reached the Styx River, you're offered me a last chance to keep the child alive, promising that he would bring the child back to her family, only if I will throw myself into the river. In that moment, I realized what was happening, so I went to take my baby, but it was too late, because you threw the child into the river.
On the banks of the evil that had swallowed her child, with tears in her eyes, in pain, the shrieking of a defeated mother created a break in the universe, and this was how many dimensions were created, and on the darkened world, little shines appeared on the terrible black. Ghrian had created the magical dimensions, and her tears were now turned into the stars we still see today. Grieving, Ghrian decided to leave the earth and live hidden in the universe, away from wizards, away from people, away from the evil in which her child had died.
Ghrian had other powers. Besides the fact that she had created different dimensions with different creatures, she could make everyone lose their memories, so she decided for her grief that she should be forgotten by all, and live hidden, so she could grieve in peace the loss of her everything. Thus, Ghrian was forgotten, no one remembered that there were other dimensions. No one could remember her and no one would ever do. Ghrian, though confused, made time for new adventures in which she even participated, in other human forms, because, yes, Ghrian had created new dimensions, but she had many powers. When my daughter had broken the universe into pieces, her eyes were no longer one color, but her eyes have now the color of a rainbow, and for each color, she had one power. Blue, like the flower from which she had been born, represented the manipulation of dimensions, and when she used this power, her eyes turned blue and the silver disappeared. But, as I wrote before, she had many other powers. She could be invisible, take other forms, and the other powers would be told in the next adventures.